it turns out to be something that somebody doesn't want. Or they say, oh, no, it's fine. But as time goes on, they get sick. They're having scary things. There's no reason for a ghost. Let's say someone dies and they're stuck there or whatever. And I don't really know what the line is between ghosts and demons. But, like someone said, I've heard a poltergeist slapping me in the face. And so, you know what? Then don't have it there. Yeah, get rid of it. I don't care if it's a ghost or a
slap
demon.
It back,
no,
right?
Slap it back. You can't slap a ghost.
Oh.
You don't talk to it for sure, because that gives it energy. But demonic stuff always seems to happen in threes. You get a lot of bad smells. Sulfur, burning,
that was the dog.
Death. No.
Oh.
What else? Dark shadows often are demonic. People are always like, well, how do you know?
I got one that follows me around outside all the time in the sun.
A dark shadow?
Yes.
In the sun?
Everywhere I go.
Really? That's your shadow?
Oh.
Yeah. See, what kind of investigator are you? You don't even know what you're talking about.
I need some work.
So that's how we know, but we have to treat everything because many, many times when we've been helping people are so sure. I mean, they've got these great stories. It helps them find their keys or gave them an answer or a dream, and they're like, and then it turns out months later, it's like scratching them and choking them and scaring them, and their kids are having nightmares.
You got to understand that the dark world isn't about being your friend. It's about using you, manipulating you, and destroying you.
Yeah, sucking out your
energy.
energy.
That's all they're interested in. And they're very intelligent. They know how to go about it.
Yeah.
And what's worked for them before, they'll do again. There's no sense in reinventing the wheel if they know that getting you physically ill and sending stuff your way gets you sick.
Yeah.
Brings you down and keeps your separation from God or going to church or doing what you're supposed to do, then fine. That's what they'll do.
Well, you'll find a lot of people who are empaths, they're always sick. Because their energy is constantly being drained by spirits. And it's safer to get rid of them, not talk to them, don't give them any acknowledgments.
Yes. Yes.
Are you okay, Scott?
Yes.
All right, yes. All right. Oh, see? Look at this. Fits perfect. I love all of Scott's impersonations. Who is Scott's favorite? Like Yoda, Beetlejuice, Rocky? That's some Ray Ray in Texas.
Rare Ray.
Rare Ray. Oh. Sorry.
Rare.
Okay, so
I don't know. What's your favorite?
I don't have a favorite. You just doing them all is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have a favorite?
No.
Oh.
Not really.
Oh,
I mean, it
that's
has
a
to do.
boring answer.
It has to do with what's going on at the time.
Yeah.
Like let's say I'm just cruising along, walking down the street, and somebody says, "Hey, yo, you want to come over here and do some boxing?" It happens a lot. And I might be like, "Absolutely, I can do this, Or let's say they're sitting there and they want to ask me something, spiritually. Mm-hmm. Hell, hey, babe, I got a few ideas I can help here, I'm playing. Or something, if we really get supernatural, we go into the Yoda.
Yeah.
Yes. Wise you are, yes.
You have so many more.
I have many more, and I honestly
he does
don't
them
know
all
what
the time. This isn't just for you guys on air.
I'm weird all the time.
He does it all the time. It's so funny. Yes. So if you guys had to describe each other in one word, what would it be? There's no name on that one.
If you guys had to describe each other in one word, what would it be?
Right.
Of course, you want me to go first, so then you'll know what to reply.
Right.
I know how this works, you see.
I have my word for you already.
Do you? Then write it down.
Write it down so they can hear?
Well, then I'll know what that word is before I say my word. What?
Crazy.
You think I'm crazy?
That can be positive and that can be negative. And it just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. So you can be crazy like this all the time. Or you could be crazy like when you decide you're going to drive like 90 miles an hour with a broken car weaving in and out of traffic.
I don't do that. When did I do that?
We were driving the other day, remember?
I was going like 58 miles an hour.
It wasn't 50, it was like 90. And because the speed limit was 70 and you were doing like, I can do 20 over and I
I did not. You lie like a rug.
So crazy is my word for him. But he's a lot of fun, too, so that's like a fun crazy. What's my word?
What's your word? Oh, man, this is tough.
Just remember, couch your bed. Couch your bed.
Couch your bed. Couch your bed.
Don't tell me you have to come back to it.
I'll go with awesome.
Oh.
Safe. That's safe. Is that not safe? That's safe.
Thanks, Hubs. Okay. Let's see. What happened to OMG?
Oh, yeah. That was the one I had the other day when I first heard this. I'm like, a word. And I said, is OMG a word? It's really kind of an abbreviation for 3 words, but that was going to be the one, OMG.
For me? Yes. Aw. Well, I'm not sure. But anyways, okay. Why do some people seem to always be surrounded with paranormal activity more than others? No name on that one either.
Well, a lot of it has to do with their history and their background of their family.
Right.
So, last episodes will answer these questions.
Well, I had friends who always asked me, why is every house you live in haunted, and why does this stuff always happen to you, and they'd laugh or whatever.
It was you.
It was me, right.
You were a little magnet.
And that's because I practiced a lot of stuff early on, but that was because my family's ties into, they were gypsies, and they practiced the occult and witchcraft, and so it fell onto me. And I think that's our belief, because... Are you...
You can do it!
Every case that we had where people seemed to be targeted by this stuff, there was some kind of tie into the occult, whether they practiced it, or their spouse, or their parents, or something, right?
Right.
So that's why
that's what we have found. There was, I would say, I think we said before, other things, episodes, was a high percentage of the cases we have would start out with, at one time or another, playing with Ouija boards. Opened up a door. Now they have issues in a lot of different places where they go.
Some
if they
kind
move,
of
it follows
divination.
them.
Yeah.
And we've come to find out there seems to be a lot of family history stuff that seems to draw
your interest in it.
Yeah. Well, that you're marked.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you're running around with like a little, it's like one of them, fly things you hang in the wall and then a fly stick to it. I think they're gross. But
yeah.
The flies that go by there and, hey, what's that?
And
now they're not flies anymore. They're flones, but and they're stuck there and they're all like, and you're like, I got you.
Okay.
That's
just like that. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's what
I was thinking more like, like certain people have freckles in their families, so then you get freckles. Stop.
I'm killing them.
Please stop killing things.
Okay.
And then you have people who maybe have like chronic headaches or whatever, and then someone in their family has chronic headaches. So it's like that. I wasn't thinking flies on a thing. All right. Okay, Scott.
Oh, sorry.
Gosh.
I hate flies.
That's why I describe you as crazy. So, do you have a favorite cryptid? That's from Nico, but it doesn't say where he's from.
Nico. That's a good name.
Nico?
I wonder if he is Russian.
We had a
Nico
dog.
Nico is a good Russian name.
We had a dog next door that was named Nico. He drove us. We heard that name a
lot. Oh,
lot.
man, yeah. It's not a positive, that name for us in this neighborhood. It was a little schnauzer. Remember that?
No,
oh,
I don't remember. Kind of. I just remember him barking.
The entire neighborhood hated that dog.
Nico. All right. Sorry, but
why
we
did
like
you
your
get
name.
me going on that? I won't even be able to sleep tonight thinking about that.
So, our favorite cryptid. I think that I really like the whole Bigfoot thing. And not that I'm into Bigfoot, but I like it because it's possible. Because I like to mess with Sasquatch.
Yeah. I used to love those commercials.
They're so funny.
Messing with Sasquatch.
But I just think because I believe that there is a direct possibility that these things exist, whether it's a crossbreed between an ape or something. And I'm not saying that every sighting is one. I think the government might have been messing with things and test tube babies or something. I don't know. That's what I think.
Wow, really?
You said that you'd be open. You've never seen one except for on TV when they mess with them, so they're real.
That's true. They are on TV.
Well, what's your favorite cryptid? Do you have one? You don't, do you?
No.
No, you don't really. You're not into it at all.
No, I'm into the...
How about the mermaids? Because they don't have tops.
I didn't say that.
I like mermaids, but I don't believe they're real. And I don't really consider them a cryptid.
No. I mean, I just think with the whole Bigfoot thing, come on, really? They wouldn't have found him by now? One? A real... I mean, come on, a dead one. I mean...
I don't know.
Some hair, a nesting area, something, really? Nothing?
Well, I don't know. I saw those TV shows, and all you really got to do is bang on a tree and go, ah, 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 and then you hear...
What are you going to do?
You make these noises.
What's these noises?
They bang on trees, and they put their hands over their mouth, and they go, ah! They do that, and then all of a sudden...
Sounds like an elk that get hit by a car.
Exactly. And then elks that are probably mating 20 miles away, and then they're like, oh my God, did you hear him? He answered back. That's all you got to do. So if you really want to find Bigfoot, just go in your backyard, bang on your tree, and go, and then you'll hear stuff.
Kind of don't live in a place where we have elks.
Bigfoot? Oh, elks. Well, I'm talking about Bigfoot.
It's at the zoo. It's not that far away.
There you go. See? When helping people, how do you know if it's supernatural or they have a mental illness? And that's by My Name is Better Than Yours. Well,
that's, for me...
We give them a 20-page psychological test, and then we poke them with pins.
And who was your mother? For us, I guess it's a little bit different than some. With some of the spiritual gifts that my wife has and some of the people we've had in our groups with some of the gifts that they have, these are things we just know.
Yep.
It's kind of like, how you know the light's on. Well, you look at the lights on. And for them that have those abilities to know things and see things and feel things, it's just a known fact. And I used to have, with the group, I was a leader of the group, and I would have 3 or 4 different people in there, and they all had gifts. And so what I would do for me is I would approach each one of them differently and separately to see if I got verification. Now, obviously, if they haven't talked to each other and they all give me pretty much the same answer of what's going on, I feel pretty confident that they know something, and so that's one way we did it, but I can't say everybody can do that. Not everybody, some people just do this and they hope to figure it out. We don't have to figure it out.
No, we're lucky that way. You're blessed.
Yeah.
But also when you're, like, I was talking to an investigator a while back, like probably it was last summer, and she was saying, oh, well, if you see that they are on medication, it's like, I think they're on medication.
A lot of people are on medication because they're freaking out.
Because they are seeing things that are spiritual,
sure.
And so they want that's a dumb way.
Well, sometimes I have to go on a lot of medication. And, I'll take a lot of different things. And, make myself, feel a little bit better.
That works. Sure. Well, that's dumb to say someone's mentally ill just because they're taking medication.
Right.
You can't listen to doctors. You
can't listen to doctors.
Not all the time, at least. Okay. Are you going to come back to me? Are you Scott?
I'm here.
But, when we're in an investigation, or I shouldn't say, because we don't really investigate people, but when we go to help somebody, we ask them a series of questions and stuff, and just by who they are and what we know, we're also able to tell.
If I go there and
it's a very thin
my
line,
wife looks at me and she's like, okay, yeah, there is something here. I don't need to really question that individual a whole lot more. It's more becomes, what do we do about it?
Well, I don't believe mental illness is a disease. I believe it is a reaction from a spiritual...
More like a spiritual affliction.
Exactly.
Yes, which often creates a negative
Next question.
atmospheric condition within the human mind.
That's what it is, yes.
Yes.
So even if somebody is, quote-unquote, mentally ill, that doesn't mean that they have a disease. It means that they are reacting off something that they're seeing.
Got a disease, bro?
Okay.
You diseased, bro?
Let's see, what's another one? What do I do if I'm in a graveyard ghost hunting and I have to pee?
Problem.
Big problem. Oh, that's by Ben the Scintillion. Okay.
Wow. I'm really going to probably have to research this one a little bit. I don't know if I'm ready for this.
Go by a tree and drop them. Gotta go.
I don't drop things.
You gotta go potty.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Guys, whip it out.
I meant drop your pants.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
I meant drop your pants.
We don't have to drop our pants.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, right.
You got the zipper.
Things are a little different on the other side of the fence, babes. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, okay, never mind. So, yeah, I forgot about that. But, and I always wear skirts, so...
Makes it a little easier for you then.
That has happened to us. I don't know if we've ever in a graveyard, but we've been on investigations of places, and, you gotta go. Nature. Where people do before there were toilets. Just make sure no one's looking at your private parts.
Yeah, but they're worried about what you obviously, we're not going to go... We're going to go someplace where there's nothing, like a bush, a tree.
Right,
we're not going to go in a grave or nothing like that.
Oh, no.
That's
gosh.
wrong.
Did you hear there were these two ghosts, supposedly 4 ghost hunters in Minnesota, I think it was, that all 4 of them got arrested, and I think they're holding 2 for sure, 2 guys. They were supposedly ghost hunting in a graveyard or something, or at a church, and they